Hello, guys. Welcome to our virtual paint party this afternoon. How is everyone doing today? I hope y'all are doing well. Um, Sorry I'm late hopping on here. I have had a technology nightmare. Oh my gosh, y'all. So, are you guys like me and you don't like to update your stuff? Like, when you get the notifications that your iPhone needs to be updated or your laptop needs to be updated or like, all the updates that are constantly, let me make sure I can see your comments here. Hey guys. Hey Laura, how are you? Okay. So really quick, a little housekeeping. Someone else commented hello, or they said, hi, Amy. I cannot see your name. So you need to click the button that says allow StreamYard permission to share your profile, because otherwise I can't tell who you are. It just says Facebook user. So make sure you do that. That only happens when you're watching a Facebook video in a group. It doesn't happen if you're watching on my page or just, anybody else's page. But if you're watching in a group, you have to grant StreamYard permission or else I can't see who you are. Laura says she just had 4 updates. You have 4 updates waiting on your iPad. Yeah. So I am terrible about updating my stuff. I mean, I was at least 2 updates behind on my laptop. I was 1 update behind on my phone. Lord knows the last time I updated my iPad. I mean, it has been forever since I updated my iPad. And things were starting to get glitchy. And I was like, why do I do this? Like, why do I put things off like this? Because I don't put other things in my life off. But, it's just one of those things. I guess I'm afraid that an update is going to cause a glitch and then I'm just going to have to deal with that. And of course, that is exactly what happened. Probably though, because I waited so long to update. So I updated my, all my stuff, an iPad, a phone, my watch, because my watch wasn't working, all the things. And my laptop decided to crash because I have so many pictures, you guys. My pictures a lot of them are from my business, and I airdrop them back and forth between my devices, which I know I don't need to do that because eventually they show up there, but I'm impatient and I need them immediately. So I airdrop them back and forth to myself, which means they're on there twice or maybe even 3 times, which is ridiculous. I cannot see your profile now. I'm sorry. I wish I knew who you were. It's not letting me see. It just says Facebook user. Did you click the StreamYard little thingy? You might want to try maybe going out and coming back into the video. I'm not sure why it does that. It's really frustrating. I don't know why Facebook does that. I wish there was a way around it. I think it's some sort of security thing that they have to be compliant with. That's all I can figure because that's just what they do in all the groups. So I updated my laptop and I didn't have very much space on it. I thought I had deleted a bunch of things to make enough room for the update. I thought I had left myself plenty of extra room and it did not. I finally did my watch, right? So, it just was not enough room, I guess. And so it decided to just completely lock up on me. And I've been on the phone with Apple support last night. I've been on there this morning. Finally, everything is up and running and working and doing what it's supposed to do. Those pictures are supposed to be on the cloud because I pay for extra cloud storage. Y'all, I pay for an extra 2 terabytes of cloud storage on my iPad. I mean, on the cloud. I pay for it on the cloud, but the pictures are taking up space on my computer. And I'm afraid to delete them because I'm afraid if I delete them off my computer that they're going to delete from everywhere because I'm not 100% sure I have it set up right. So now that I have everything working, I'm going to call Apple support back and I'm going to be like, okay, I need you to walk me through making sure that when I delete these pictures that they are on the cloud and they are not going to be gone forever because that would just be crushing. So, because I can pull up the ones of my projects because most of them are on Etsy or Facebook, but my kids and my animals and all the other things, those would be gone. So anyway, okay. So, we are painting. Hold on. Laura said, Apple deleted my entire cloud. Oh, no. A tech at Apple deleted it on accident. Laura, that is horrible. See, that is why I trust Apple because I wouldn't think that they would ever do something like that. I know it's not intentional. Oh, geez. Okay. I got to figure out how to do that then. Because I put things on, I put it away. I have like a terabyte drive, and I put everything on my terabyte drive, like an external hard drive. I'm assuming the pictures go over there too, but I really don't know. Who knows? And the thing is, before I had that external hard drive, I had another one, and that one just stopped working. So luckily we had already started using this new one, and the stuff that's on the old one, we don't need it. But if the external hard drive dies, then like that stuff's gone anyway. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to have to put it in like 18 different places. I don't know. So anyway, you're probably wondering when I'm going to get started on the project, but you're probably also wondering why this looks like it does. Okay, so if you saw the picture, you know what, y'all, let me pull the picture up. Hold on. Hold on. I should be able add overlay. All right. Hold on one second, y'all. Oh, no, it's on downloads. See, now my computer looks different, and I'm not used to the way it looks. I was going to try to pull a picture up of the gingerbread one that I painted in the group. So what did I do? Of course, I airdropped it to myself. And it should be in my downloads folder, but it is not in my no, it is in my downloads folder, but because it's organized by date, it's not showing up as a today thing. It's showing up as a, yeah, I don't know why. I can't find it. Anyway, I was going to show you the picture of it. You know, we can always do this, right? Now you can't even see it because of the glare. That's what I'm trying to show y'all. I'm so bad at technology. I sent this picture and I'm like, okay, I airdropped it to myself. There's the noise. It's there on my computer. And now I'm trying to pull it up to show y'all. And it's, okay, hold on. Y'all Mac users, where do your airdrop stuff, where does it go? Does it go to your desktop or does it go to your downloads folder? Because mine goes to my downloads folder, but it's not showing up. And I know it's there. All right, hold on, wait. Oh, I think I got it. Yes, I got it. Ta-da! Okay, there it is. That is what it looks like. Painted the way that I painted it the first time. So y'all know this month we did the gingerbread, I forget what I called it, the Candyland. I called it the Candyland theme, and everything was like pink and teal and like bright, fun, like non-traditional Christmas colors. So this is how I painted the sign originally, but I'm going to paint it in traditional Christmas colors today. So that is why I wanted to pull it up there to show y'all, so you could see what the other one looked like. Okay, so now we're cooking with fire here. Hey, Melissa. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know why it's not showing your name, but thank you for letting me know who you are. That is so strange. Facebook doesn't like you today. Facebook does not like me lots of days, and Apple did not like me yesterday, I can tell you. Okay, so I'm sorry, y'all. I'm like getting way off subject. I'm going to get started here. So I know some of y'all have used whiteboard. A lot of y'all have not used whiteboard. You have a lot of questions about it. So I have cut this and engraved it with whiteboard. And then I've cut all the things that I'm going to attach onto the background out of 1/8 inch birch. So I left it looking like this because I want to show you how easy it is to clean up. This is what it looks like when you first engrave it. So I'm going to take a baby wipe. Now, normally I use Windex and a paper towel because that's what I have sitting out by my laser in my garage. But a baby wipe works just as well. And I want to show y'all, you do not need to fret over this whiteboard and cleaning it up because looky here. Do y'all see this wonderfulness? Now, it's wet and it's got, whiteboard leaves a lot of residue. Okay, I'm going to have black on my hands. This is the whiteboard that has black on the back. So it makes a mess. I know it makes a mess. Yes, it's a little annoying, but if you get past the mess and you just deal with it, and you use a lot of baby wipes and wipe your hands off and stuff, because it does get all over your hands, then it's just amazing. It's so awesome. Now, some of y'all are going to ask me the settings. I cut it with my Thunder laser. I engraved it with my Thunder laser. The Glowforge settings, I will put them, if you're in my Glowforge file sharers group, I put them under, what did I put them under? I think I put them under files. There's like a file section in the group, and I put the whiteboard settings there. It's a PDF file. I will do the same thing in the SVG Clubhouse group, so you guys will have the settings. And the settings in there are for both Glowforge and for a 100 watt laser, which is what I have. Now, that being said, those settings are not going to work for everybody. Some people have come along and said, that's not working for me. I cannot tell you, I can't tell you what to do because I'm not there in front of your laser and I don't know your machine. Everybody's laser is different, y'all. My laser is not the same as somebody else's laser who has the same Thunder laser that I do. Okay. That's just not the way lasers are. I cut my 1/4 inch wood on 14 power and 14 speed and 90 power. Some people are like, wow, you don't need to be using 90 power to cut your wood. Well, I do. I mean, and I've got everything clean, so I don't know why, but that's what I have to use to cut my wood. So maybe some people are better than me using their laser, but I'm just telling you, you have to play with your machine and you have to figure out what works for you. And not everything is the same for everybody. So you just have to figure it out. You can always ask in the group and just see if anybody else has found a way to make it work for them. There is a different whiteboard. Some people are saying if they are using a Glowforge that they like the whiteboard from Home Depot better than the whiteboard from Lowe's, I believe. This is Home Depot whiteboard that I'm using. I cannot remember. I think it was because I couldn't find it at Lowe's. I have bought it at Lowe's before, but the past few times I've just done curbside pickup and gotten like 4 or 5 sheets of it from Home Depot because it's just convenient to do it that way. I'm sorry about my ring light. That's my ring light glaring on here. Lasers are like teenagers. Sometimes they cooperate and sometimes they don't. Exactly. Lasers, and they're all different and it depends on their mood. I'm telling y'all, you have to be, it will teach you some patience to use a laser. So the other thing that I want y'all to know about whiteboard is that, I'm sorry, this glare, let me move it over here. There's not as much of a glare on this side. So with this kind of whiteboard, when you engrave it, you can get a light engrave and achieve a brown kind of color for your engrave, which is what I've done here. You can engrave deeper and you can get more of a black engrave. This one, I honestly was going for a little bit darker, but I forgot to turn my power up higher. And it's a brown engrave, and that's fine because honestly, I think that's going to look pretty with what I'm doing and how I'm painting it. But yeah, you can do lots of different things with your settings to make your engraves look darker or lighter with this particular whiteboard, which is really awesome. The back of it is a blackboard. I have used the back of it. Obviously the front is glossy. You can see because it's reflecting my ring light. The back is matte. Okay. I just love it. It cuts and engraves beautifully once you figure it out, and you don't have to do anything. That's just, you just wipe it off and you're good. So I'm going to set that aside because that part of the project is done. But you can see, or maybe you can't see, that I have some black on my hands because the sides where it cuts that's what's messy. That's what leaves black. Oh, does it look black on the screen? I didn't even notice that. Okay, it is definitely a brown engrave. Okay, so I'm just getting all that black stuff off my hands. And we are going to start painting all the fun parts of the project. So I have put my painter's tape on here and just to get everything out of my laser. And I'm going to just remove that. Try not to lose any of my little pieces. There are some small pieces in this file. I don't need that. That's the inside of the O. And you'll see this is a cute, easy to make, quick and easy little fun sign that you can set around your house. You can gift it. It makes a cute little little sign to put like next to a tiered tray or at a coffee bar with some fun little pastries or cookies, like a little platter of Christmas cookies. I don't know why I wore black today, y'all, because I shed, my hair just gets everywhere. So I'm sure I will have like either my hair or one of my pet's hair on my black shirt today. That's weird, Laura. I wish I could find white that's more matte sometimes. I have never seen the white matte. Now, Amy Renee, if y'all know Amy Renee, what is her business name? Heaven's something. She does a lot of tumblers, but she also has a laser and she does laser projects. She is in my Glowforge File Sharers group. She has told me a couple of times, she sent me the link to the whiteboard that she uses, and it is I think she said it's from Home Depot, but it comes in 4x8 sheets, like the big huge sheets, and I don't think it's glossy. And it's thinner than this whiteboard. So if you have difficulty cutting this whiteboard with your Glowforge, you may want to try that one. And I will see if I can get a link and I'll put that in the comments as well. But I have not bought that one before. And I don't know. I don't think the black is the back is black. I don't think the back is black on that one, which may not matter to some people. But because of that, I don't know if you have those options for engraving and getting like different colors. I don't know about that. So yeah. Okay, so we're going to just start with the simple. I'm going to probably just pop this out of here because it's just wanting to pop out and I'm just going to have a hard time leaving it all in there. So we're just going to pull everything out of here, make sure we don't lose any pieces. And I'll save that because it'll help me with my placement later. So I'm going to use my cheater method here on my frame. And I'm just going to get a baby white. And this is Deco Art Americana. This is dark chocolate. And I got a big container of it because I do a lot of cheater method because I am lazy. I'm really not lazy, but I don't like to paint. And this is just a quick and easy way to slap some paint on something and not have to deal with like stain. And, you know, stain is sticky and it gets on your hands. Paint gets on your hands, but when stain gets on your hands, that ain't coming off. Y'all know if you've ever stained. This does use a little bit more paint though, because the baby wipe absorbs some paint. I get that. Some people don't like the fact that it's using up more paint. I'm trying not to get paint all over my background. I don't know why, because there's already paint all over it, but trying to keep too much getting on there. So I'm doing this just to save time, save mess, and stickiness, and stinkiness, because stain is stinky. Gives me a headache. One more thing to have to buy. It's more expensive than paint, of course. Okay, so I just wanted a light color on there. So that just gave us like a light stain. If you're seeing any marks on there, it's just the grain of the wood that you see peeking through. This off of here just so it doesn't get on everything. Okay, so let's put that aside. I like run out of places to put things here. I'll set it on top of my little wastebasket over here. Okay. Now, this is super easy because we are going to paint it with, I'm going to try this. I'm actually going to try this big white Sharpie that I have today. Stain is horrible to clean up. Oh, Laura, you said it's brown backing. It's not reversible. So can you tell me how it engraves? Does it engrave nicely for you? If you've used it before, I don't know. Don't get too excited about my white Sharpie, y'all. It may not work. It's been sitting here a while. Let me get a plate, paper plate out. Y'all thought I was going to show you a new trick with my white Sharpie. We shall see. I don't think I'm going to use this white Sharpie because it ain't working for me. We are going to go ahead and go to our white Posca pen. Well, I'm not having any luck today. My white Posca pen is showing up gray because I painted over something black on my last project. This week does not like me. All right, I'm going to have to work that gray out of my white Posca pen. We are going to now do the third attempt at putting some white background on this candy cane frame. And we're just going to use white chalk paint because, you know, that's what's going to work today. But we do get to use a red pen to do the stripes because I like using my paint pens whenever I can. That is what I was going for. Now, I don't want too much on here because I want to be able to see my stripes. So don't do too dark, or make sure that your engraving is dark enough that you can still see your lines so that you can do your stripes. So I'm going to do red stripes on this one. I did pink on the other one because I want to do a traditional color. My house is more traditional for the holidays. Truth be told, I really prefer fall decorations over Christmas decorations. I think the colors are more muted. They are cozy. I love Christmas lights, don't get me wrong, but the colors of fall just seem to complement my house more so than the colors of Christmas. Even though, you know, I don't have to do red and green for Christmas. I do know that, but it always just ends up that I have more red and green decorations than any other color. So I kind of feel like I have to go with the red and green, you know. I love a nice black and white neutral Christmas theme. You could do this sign in like a black and white neutral color scheme. That would be cool. So yeah, this is just some white, good old white chalk paint. So comment if you're watching and tell me if you like traditional Christmas colors in your house, or if you are more of a non-traditional person. Do you bring in some blues or some pinks, or what colors do you go with for Christmas in your house? If you celebrate Christmas, that is. But even if you don't celebrate Christmas, you probably know, if you sell your products, that this time of year is busy season for us crafters, right? So you can still sell those products. Okay, so we've got some white paint on there. Oh no, you lost me for a minute. Facebook? I don't know. Facebook is acting up today. All right, let's do our little gingerbread man here. And I'm going to go ahead and outline him in white. I need my glasses. I'm sorry, y'all. My chair is so squeaky. I know y'all can probably hear that. Well, the way that I have this in the file, you can actually take him apart to make him easier to paint. So that's the way I'm going to do it, because I just think that makes it easier. It's so hard to tell under this ring light if I'm getting a good coat of white paint on here or not. It's just, it's casting like a gray glare down on. Y'all probably can't see it, but I can see it. So it's making me go, is that white? But, you know, for these paint pens, typically for white, you got to get 2 coats on there. Or you'll see that yellowish wood tone peeking through, trying to peek through your project. I hate the sound of the paint pen on camera. I feel like it just sounds scratchy and I don't know. It doesn't sound very nice on camera, but maybe y'all can't hear it like I can hear it. Just kind of going back over and making sure we got a nice coat of white on there. Okay, so there's his outline. And we are going to do the lighter Posca brown for the rest of our little gingerbread man or boy here. There's a light brown and a dark brown in the traditional, if you order the traditional set, not like the pastel colors or anything like that. There is like a light brown and a dark brown Posca color. This is the lighter of the 2 that I'm using. And this is a nice paint. It goes on nice and thick. This color does. Most of their colors do, but this, some of them are, you know, more so than others, are 1 coat coverage. It's weird because it's the middle of the day here, but I can hear a cricket outside my window loud and clear. It sounds like the sounds of nighttime out my window. You do traditional colors, Laura. I think it's hard because, you know, over the years, you're gifted. I have been gifted some Christmas decorations, and of course your kids make things, and most things are traditional colors, so I just go ahead and usually go with that for my house. Okay, I'm looking at my little picture that I printed over here. So we are going to paint his bow tie red. Now these paint pens that I'm pulling out right now, y'all, this is, let me see the brand on this so I can tell y'all what this is. This is called Niutop, Niutop paint marker pen, extra fine point. They are water-based. I thought I saved the box so I could show y'all, but I don't know where I stuck it. But these pens are off of Amazon, and someone recommended them. I wish I could remember who that was. And it was somebody who said she did not like Posca pens. She was just adamant these pens are better pens, and she loves them. And so I had to order some immediately when I heard that. I was like, good grief. These have got to be like the best thing ever. And they're awesome. But I don't know why I'm not getting ink out of here. That is really strange, because I normally get this pen. Here I am raving about these pens, and now I can't get ink out of it. Well, that's strange. Well, maybe that's a lesson learned, because I've used this red one before, and I am not getting ink out of here. Hold on. Let me not give up on it. Let me see. There it goes. So they are great pens. I love the fine tip, but it is very fine tip. So if you're doing something teeny tiny, then these are your pens. You're going to want these pens because you have a really, really fine tip. And normally the ink flow is great. I don't know what's up with that just happened right now. Maybe I left the top off too long. I don't know. It's coming out fine now. But these pens have been awesome. So now Posca has a thinner, okay, like here are my 3. This is my thick Posca. Well, it's medium tip. This is my See if it says it on here. I guess it doesn't say it. Okay, well, this is the next one down. So I guess this is like their fine tip. And then this is that other brand, and this is like a super fine. It says extra fine point on here. So if you're looking for like an extra fine point, then you may want to get you a set of those. All right, so then they also, I've got, it comes in a bunch of colors. I'll show y'all. But you have to shake them really, really good. Whoops. I mean, this is the set, and they weren't super expensive, and I got like a ton of colors. See all these colors I got? So I've really been enjoying them. The white, I'm going to use for my little eyes and mouth on my gingerbread man. This is relaxing painting. This is like adult coloring book painting. Okay, so he is done. So, whoops. Lots of tiny pieces, and y'all don't mind all the paint I'm getting everywhere. Okay, so then we're going to do our leaves and our berries. Okay, yep, that's all of them. All right, so for our leaves, I don't think I have a medium, a smaller Posca green than this one. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one. This is just the regular, like medium tip Posca green, because I want the traditional green color for my little holly leaves. And this is one coat. You don't have to do multiple coats on these. Let's see. Somebody's saying, you're so far behind in cutting your projects because you're stuck at your embroidery machine working on an order. You'd rather be cutting. Oh, Melissa. That's Melissa saying that. Well, I have to tell you, Melissa, I am jealous that you have an embroidery machine and that you know how to use it. Because I wanted to do embroidery a long, long time ago. And my husband bought me a sewing machine that has an embroidery feature. Now, it's probably not as fancy as your embroidery machine, but I do know that embroidery machines are like lasers. They are super expensive if you want one that's halfway decent. So I know that they're thousands of dollars, and I was not at all at a point when I was ready to dive into all that. But that being said, it's probably a good thing that I didn't get a fancier machine because I never figured out the basic machine. So my sewing machine can sew a straight line, and that is about it. I have made curtains. I have hemmed skirts, pillows, things like that. That is my limit, the limit of my sewing ability. So, and I love monograms. So I would love an embroidery machine that I could just monogram the world, because I'd be monogramming everything in my closet. My daughter is not as much into monograms. She used to be, but she's not really into it now. It's just not the thing right now for a lot of kids. So I'm sorry, y'all, my eyes are adjusting. So full confession, I have my contact in. Y'all over 40, raise your hands. If you're over 40 and you have the lovely, you need the lovely readers that we all need when we turn 40 something. So I got tired of trying to find my glasses all day long. And I went and got a contact lens for close-up vision, so I could see menus and my Kindle my phone and things like that, I can see it with my contact. But it's not as good as readers. It's not, because what it does is you wear the reader contact in one eye, or you're raising your hand. You wear the reader contact in your your recessive eye. It's probably not, I'm using the word recessive wrong. I'm thinking like genes, dominant and recessive genes. I'm sure it's not called recessive. It's probably called your non-dominant eye. That's probably what it's called. But y'all know what I mean. So I think you wear the contact in your non-dominant eye, if I'm not mistaken, because I think my dominant eye is my right eye. I'm right-handed. I think that kind of usually is how that goes. I think that's my stronger eye. So I'm supposed to wear it in my left eye. It works. I can see my phone. I can see my Kindle. I can see the menu. I can see my food when I'm eating it, which, that's annoying when you can't see your food in front of you. It's kind of weird. It's one of those weird things. Let's see. Okay. Someone just joined and said hello. I'm assuming that's not Melissa, because Melissa's been chatting on here for a while. I'm assuming that's somebody new. You need to let StreamYard share your profile. Grant StreamYard permission, because I can't see who you are. It just says Facebook user. So if you just typed hello, you've got to give StreamYard permission so I can see who you are. I can see what you're writing, but I can't see who you are. Okay, so we've got that. And what else are we going to do? So now we just need to paint the letters, and we're going to paint the letters red as well. And I'm going to use, I wonder if I'm going to use this Posca. No, I might use the thicker. You know what I'm seeing though, y'all? Now that I'm doing this, I'm seeing that these reds are two different colors. So I'm going to quickly just put a little final touch on these berries and that bow tie, because the reds, you probably can't see it on the camera, but I can see it. Those reds are not matching, and that's going to bother me. This little tiny bow tie here. It's the only bad thing about painting little tiny things is that it does get on your hands a lot worse. So my point of telling y'all the story about my contact lens is that it does work. It does help, but you still can't see like perfectly like you can with readers. So like right now I'm painting and I've got my contact in, and it's just still not, it's not perfect. It's still a little bit blurry. Little bit, out of focus. So my tendency is that when I'm doing something like this, I grab my glasses. Well, I'm not, you don't want to put your glasses on over top of a contact lens. I mean, that's certainly not ideal. So that's probably why I get a headache. So I took my glasses off just now and I was like, oh, like I'm going cross-eyed. I'm like, that's not good. Now my vision is all wonky. So yeah, getting older sucks. It does. I read this funny thing one time that said, when you turn 40, you finally get your head on straight and your body starts to fall apart. I thought, that is the daggone truth. That is the truth. You finally have life figured out a little bit better when you're 40. You learn some life lessons and you got things figured out. And so everything, you got your head on straight, but your body starts to fall apart. And I was like, that is the stinking truth, isn't it? Laura says, very true. It is. I'm telling you. Let's see. So, Laura, you must be able to see someone named Lisa, because I can't see anyone named Lisa. That must be one of the people who commented and it just says Facebook user on my end. I don't know why. Very strange. I'm only live in one place. I'm only live in the SVG Clubhouse. So it can't be that I'm not seeing it because it's a different place. Because sometimes I do go live in like multiple places. So yeah, y'all, anything that I can paint with pens and not have to get a paintbrush out, I am on board. Oh, I almost forgot to paint the stripes on my little frame. Goodness gracious, that's the cutest part. That's what's going to make the project. We will do that next. Okay, so now we've got all our little tiny pieces. Let's kind of scooch them over here. Get our little things out the way without losing them. Okay, so now we're going to go around and paint our stripes, and that is why it's awesome that they are scored on there for you. And the paint pens make it super convenient. Oh, okay, Lisa Johnson. I don't know why. I sure can't see Lisa Johnson's name popping up. I don't know what's going on with Facebook today. Okay, so I will tell y'all this afternoon, I'm excited. I'm going to get a pedicure, and the headache that I have had over this whole Apple thing the past like 24 hours, I'm ready. I'm ready to just sit and relax and get a pedicure. So, y'all tell me, because there's a Starbucks right next door, and I have not had any of the fall drinks. So tell me if you have had, I take that back. I have had one fall drink. I had one at Target one day because there's a Starbucks in my Target, and I had the apple one, and I was not a fan of the apple. I'd much rather have a cup of apple cider than that apple drink. It was just kind of weird to me. So other than the apple drink, have y'all had anything new from Starbucks that you like for the holidays? Comment and let me know. Give me a recommendation. You know, it's funny. There's all these people on YouTube who recommend different drinks from Starbucks, and you know, they vlog themselves like going through the drive-through, getting these drinks and tasting them. And they order like what they call off-menu drinks. Did y'all know about this? Did y'all know this was a thing to order off-menu at Starbucks? I did not know. So you can order these, like, there's all kinds of, they have special names, and you can ask for them, and the employees seem to know what they are, and they make them. So, yeah, I thought that was interesting. So people are like making up things that are not on the menu, like the menu board in the store. So I saw a couple things that looked interesting. I can't remember what they were off the top of my head. Oh, there goes my camera. Oh, goodness gracious. Technology, why don't you like me? Why, oh, why don't you like me? Y'all hang on just one hot second. What does that say? I can't see. Allow. Mute. Enter studio. And, oh, I have to add it here, and now it's going to be sideways, so hold on. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why that happens. Hey, Emmy, am I saying your name right? Is it Emmy? How are you? Let me tell y'all, when I was making this file, I was like, I know what's going to happen here. We're going to get to the end of the peppermint stripes, and we're going to have two reds next to each other or two whites next to each other. And no, Laura, my watch was not what was causing that. The glitch with the camera. I thought it was, which is why I uninstalled my watch. And then that's when I couldn't get my watch to work anymore after that. I couldn't like get it to re-sync. It was not what was causing it. I still don't know what's causing that glitch with the camera. So it just shuts off halfway through. I've contacted StreamYard. Nobody knows. So I just turn it back on. I'm like, okay, it is what it is. So anyway, I thought that they were going to end up being like two of the same color because it was going to be like the odd number of stripes. And I'm just very grateful that that did not happen because that was pure chance. I'll tell y'all, I'm not that good at math. I'm not that good at calculating. I was counting them and I'm like, I don't know how this is going to end up. And luckily it ended up okay. So I'm thankful for that. All right, now we're going to attempt to get everything on our sign lined up. And let's get our frame. I think that I'm going to like the traditional colors on here. Okay, so first we'll glue our frame down. Let's just take that off for a moment. Did y'all see my Big Daddy jar or bottle of Stick Fast? Look at the Big Daddy bottle. It was like $30-some, right? But if you look at how many ounces it is compared to the small bottle, like how much you get for your money, yeah, totally worth it. Okay, so let's do our frame. Y'all, I tried to make my chair stop squeaking. I put WD-40 on it, and I thought I had it fixed. Nope. It's still squeaking. All right, so I'm just getting my clamps and clamping my frame on there. Just really need to do it just for a few seconds because it dries really, really fast. That's what I love about Stick Fast. It dries really quick. Hence the name Stick Fast. So yeah, Laura, I thought I solved the problem with my watch. I thought that's what was causing it, but it was not what was causing it. So I don't know. I do not know. I wish I could fix it. It's just one of those things. So I just have to click the little button and go back on there and pop the video back up. I don't know what to tell you. But see, the back always looks nice and finished for your project. Oh, except there's a sticker. There's a sticker on that side that I didn't know was there, so I'll have to peel that off. Okay. I could probably go ahead and put this on. All right. So just need a tiny bit of this, y'all. You do not need to use a ton of glue on your projects. You do not, because all that will do is make a big old mess. See if that's straight. I'm looking on the camera to see. That ring light's throwing me off a little tiny bit. I think that's pretty doggone straight. Alrighty. Done with our clamps. Now, let's do, let me see if this fits back in here. Sometimes it will and sometimes it won't. You just never know with this stuff. I probably should have done it before I glued it. That's okay. I'm pretty good. I have a pretty good eye for straight, so I'm just going to go with what I think looks straight on here. But if you want to line up your letters and glue your letters down first before you glue the peppermint border, then just put them inside the outline and you will get them on there nice and straight. See, straight. It's hard for me to tell because I'm not standing up over top of my project. I think that's straight. This is just going in my house. But yeah, if y'all are doing it, y'all do it the right way. Y'all do your letters first, put them in your insert, get them all lined up. All right, let's find all our little pieces. These go like that. And I think these go like this. Or maybe more like that, it looks like. I'm just going to do a dab of glue. Just a little dab, dab, dab down each one of these. And then just drop my pieces in. Just like that. So now we got our little gingerbread boy in there. There's not a score line for places for the letters because this particular font would not let me do that offset. There are some fonts that will not let you do the offset, and I really wanted to do this font because I thought it was just perfect for Christmas. So no, it would not let me do that. I was frustrated about that. But it's really not hard to line stuff up, I promise. Because this is my second one of these that I've done, and I have not had any problem lining stuff up. All right, I'll put this down here. Y'all, my cat is on my sofa over here snoring. I don't know if y'all can hear him or not. He's just doing a little kitty snore. He's so cute. And our berries. Just like that. And let's do our bakery word down here. All right, I'm going to start with my K because that's my middle letter. I always start in the middle with my letters. Okay, there's our bakery word. And then the North Pole. I'm just going to put these up here for placement. I'm looking at my example over here to the left, to my left, just so I can make sure I leave enough space for the little holly and berries at the top. All right, now those are not lined up perfectly, so don't be judging that. I'm just doing that so that I can get these lined up, and then we'll straighten things out. All right, so these need to go around this way. Okay, so let me see how that looks on camera. That looks pretty straight. I'm going to actually, for these, I think I'm going to use this other glue because they're so little. I'm going to use my Gorilla brush nozzle. This is my little Gorilla Glue super glue brush and nozzle. And I like it because, so the top has this tip, but can y'all see that? Put in the middle of the screen. But I don't even use that tip because it's really not that fine point. I use this brush that's down in here, and I love that. I was looking for a long time for a brush glue because you don't need a ton of glue. I'm telling y'all. And that just makes it so easy. There we go, just like that. Dip pen back down in there. And I got this glue at Hobby Lobby. Oops. Nope, get up there. Okay, so there's our little holly berries on the top. And now we just have to get these letters lined up. So that is a little more challenging. Let me see how that looks. I think that's a little too far over to the left. So let's move these over just a hair. Yep, that looks good. Okay. And then I'll show y'all a fun little thing I'm going to do here at the end. Did y'all see the Christmas tree cake files that I posted yesterday and the day before? I did so y'all know the Little Debbie cakes? that look like Christmas trees. I love them. I'm terrible. I mean, they don't need to be in my house because I will eat them. I will say I'm buying them for my kids, but y'all, they are probably some of the worst things for you, but they are so stinking good. And I like the white ones. I don't like the chocolate ones. And I love chocolate, but I like the white cakes. Anyway, so I have a tiered tray set that has the little Christmas cakes, and I have an ornament and a door hanger. So go hop over to my page and check those out if you didn't see them. But for the icing on them, I used this puffy paint. It's called Tulip Puffy Paint. It's this product right here, Tulip Slick Puffy Paint. Okay. So I bought this actually like last year, and I've used it on different signs. If you just want a little added dimension, I bought black, white, and red. And those are the three colors I find that I have used the most. And I got it at Michael's. I'm sure Hobby Lobby has it. I'm sure any craft store has it. So you can just make it look like you're putting icing, or just like a little, dimensional element to your designs. So I had to pull it out and use it for my icing on my cakes. And I thought that it would be super cute on the berries on here. Let's see. Oh, you love that I cut the gingerbread man into pieces. Yeah, it's easier to paint him that way. Okay, so we're going to use some of this, and we're going to put it on the berries because I thought that'd be really cute. I might put it on his bow tie too. I don't know. Let me see. Let's see how this works out. All right, so what I like to do is I like to squirt it out on either a paper plate or a paper towel or something, just to kind of get it, make sure it's going before you try to put it on your project. It's hard to see the light. I'm going to turn this so I can see. And you just want to very lightly touch, and just don't touch it. Like, let it dry. Y'all can't even see this. I'm going to hold it up to the camera in a minute so y'all can see. Hopefully you can see it up close, but oh my gosh, it's so stinking cute. And just kind of hold it in the middle and keep squirting to make a nice round bead. Just hold it super still. I don't know, maybe. I wish I could see. I wish there wasn't a shadow. There's a shadow because of my ring light. I'm kind of hesitant to put it on his bow tie. Oh yeah, that's cute. Okay, so you don't need much, obviously. I'm going to hold it on the upper camera because I don't want to tilt it. Sorry, until it's dry. Let me see if I can hold it up where y'all can see. Okay, can you see the dimension? How cute. You can really see it right there. How cute is that, y'all? I absolutely love. There's his bow tie. It's kind of hard to see the bow tie one. It's probably hard to see these little tiny ones too because they are so itty bitty. Let the camera focus on that. It's really easier to see this one. So this one gives you the full effect of what it looks like. Isn't that cute? I love them though. So yeah, like I said, I have white and I have black, and I need to remember that I have these because I'm going to start pulling them out on some different things. You could probably do, let me see, I could probably do the white on his mouth and eyes. Right, let's see. But it's kind of like icing a cake, which I think is fun, or a cookie. It's like icing a cookie. Just go really slow and don't squeeze very much. That's so cute. I love it. Oh my gosh, y'all. Seriously. I love his little face. Let me see if you can see that. Isn't that cute? You could outline the whole thing with white if you wanted to. I don't know. Do you think? I'm kind of afraid to do the whole thing. Do you think I should do it, Laura? All right, let me see. Y'all have a lot of faith in me on live video here. I'm going to screw this up. If I could see better, I'm going to put my glasses back on here in a minute, and then I'll be getting a big old fat headache because I've got that contact lens in. I wish I hadn't put my contact lens in and I just put my readers on without it. Just go very slow with it. Try to rest your wrist down to steady your hand. But you want to let this dry overnight. Believe me, do not go back and try to mess with it before it has set overnight. You'll be mad because you'll mess it up. But if you let it sit overnight, it'll be perfect. This is the perfect thing to make berries on your holly for the holidays. And the perfect thing if you want to do like some accents on like a Christmas tree, you could paint the Christmas tree like a lighter green and take the darker green, or vice versa. And you could just kind of go back and forth like that, like on your Christmas tree, you know? That would be very cute. I'm going to have to use this a whole lot more often now that I remembered I had it. Because it's really fun. There we go. All right, let me hold that up so y'all can see. It's not perfect, but it looks like an iced cookie. Can y'all see that? I know it's upside down. Thank you, Laura. Thanks for having faith in me. That's so funny. I want to like take it and do more, but there's like not much else that you can really do. Maybe if I had some green, like I said, I could do the green. So maybe I'll have to run by the store, the craft store, and see if I can find like the perfect green color for this, because it would be super cute to do green on a tree. Or, oh y'all, what would be really cute is to use this for your snow on your trees. So if you're trying to make, or on your, oh my gosh, why didn't I think of this, y'all? This snow on the gingerbread houses on the tiered tray set for this month. So you could use this. You'd probably end up using a lot of it, if I remember correctly, what the gingerbread house looks like. But you could use this, and then you could even, if you really are feeling like creative and brave, you could, if you're just making it for your own house and you don't have to worry you're going to like mess it up at the last minute. Yeah, caulking you're right. You can use caulking for snow. But this, you could do this, and then you could sprinkle some white glitter on top of it and then let it dry. Oh my gosh, y'all. My brain is like, it's going now. It's just like 1 million miles a minute. I've got ideas. So I might have to make some files specifically based on like the fact that I'm using this product for the painting of the project. So yeah, my brain is going now. The wheels are turning. I'm going to come up with some things, hopefully. It'll probably keep me awake at night, right? Okay, well, this is the finished product. I hope y'all like it. I love the red and green version. I love the pink version too, though. I think the pink version is equally as cute. So I hope y'all enjoyed that. Thank you so much for joining me. I will take a picture once this is dry and I can prop it up So tomorrow, once my little, puffy paint's dry, I'll take a picture and I'll put this picture in the group and add it to the album. Don't forget that there are pictures for y'all to use for your marketing. They're on the membership portal, but they're also in the albums of the group. So if you go into the albums section, the little tab at the top in our Facebook group, you can see all of the projects organized by month. And if you know that you missed a month, like if you just joined like last month and you want to go back and purchase something previously, if you want to go and look through those albums and see all the pictures, you can figure out like what you want and what you don't want. Now, they are only sold in groups. So like when I sell, when I sell the old files, they are sold like you buy the entire month. You don't just buy like one file. It's like, they're bundled by month. So, but if you find a month that you really have to have, then, you can go in there and look at the pictures and see how to paint them and see what you want. So, okay. Well, thank y'all so much for joining me. And I hope y'all have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend. Since it's Thursday, we're getting there. And I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.